our taxes, chat. That's true. Thalia gets better because she's protected by Karakas in this format. Pretty sure that's a mulligan. No Vial, no Thalia, no Mom. Excellent. Excellent. Mono white mana base. Can't cast any of my white cards. I mean, this is the best of the hands we've looked at. Dealerino. Dealerino. How do I feel about Titan Shift in Modern? It's one of the best decks in the format, but it's miserable to play. Not particularly interesting in the slightest. Rip Helm that sided in surgicals. Have you considered being luckier, Iron? I don't know. I think this 5's much better than the 6. I think like mulliganing for the chance of turn 1 Aether Vial seems worthwhile. Baleful Strix. Baleful Strix. What if we said no more red mana? We cast Stoneforge Mystic. I think I just get Batterskull here, right? Just like get the big guns. Strix in Modern would be sweet. I think Strix in Modern would be sweet. So, do I put in Fire and Ice this turn or Batterskull? It's probably Fire and Ice, right? Just like start drawing them cards. If they tap out, if they pass with removal up, I think I'm gonna put in Batterskull. But if they tap out here and I know I'm gonna get my thing to work, I'm gonna put in Fire and Ice. We can't get Call Against Commanded here. I think because they can kill my thing, I'm gonna put in the Batterskull. Like, I just lose too much tempo if I like put the sword in and they kill the thing I go to equip it to. Why is there an Onyx in this deck? Asking the real questions. Punishing Fire. Okay, so they're just on like the full greed plan. Yeah, P-Fire's a little brutal. Woof. Probably conceding to a Call Against Command. Oh, geez, Dak Faden. Super dead to that one. Yeah, ain't that the truth? Punishing Fire's a rough one. They are definitely a Dak deck, and we are one of the decks that Dak Faden bodies pretty hard. I definitely wasn't a fan of Death and Taxes before the bannings. I'm still not sure how I feel about it now. Well, we have to equip here, because if I go to equip to the Stoneforge Mystic, they're just going to Grove Punishing Fire her. I'm going to concede to a Call Against Command here. That doesn't really do much, right? I just hit them here, right? Nah, I'm just gonna kill the Baleful Strix, actually. Just knock our way through that, because this is still lethal next turn anyways, because I can hit them for 8 next turn. We're very dead. Very, very dead. Rip seems great here. Gideon seems great. Cataclysm is quite wonderful. Is it nuts to just trim these swords to Plowshares? They don't seem particularly good, right? Palace Jailer's kind of absurd. Mirran Crusader seems really bad. Needle is fine. Yeah, I agree with that. Is Liege really good? I don't know that I buy that Liege is good. Are they a Liliana deck? I guess I could see Liliana being good with deck too. I haven't played enough games, Uncle. Like, playing 20 matches is like a pretty small sample size. It doesn't really get most of our guys out of P-Fire range. It gets, like, exactly Stoneforge Mystic and Palace Jailer out of P-Fire range. They did change the card backs on Magic Online. Honestly, I could see Ethersworn Canonist being okay just because it shuts them off their Snapcaster Mages. But that's another card they can take with Dak. Not that we're really blanking that. I'm just going to submit like this. Yeah, Crusaders definitely, I agree with the 1 or 10 assessment. When it's good, it's great. When it's bad, it's pretty terrible. I mean, the sand is certainly a keep. Go ahead and drop this into play and pass. Well, this is like the Death in Taxes wet dream start, right? Like everything's going our way here. If we can't win this, we should take our deck and crumple it up and throw it in the garbage can. Oh man. Poor mom. Poor mom. How do we feel about Flickerwisp, Blink My Wasteland, Wasteland them at end of turn pressure? I think I like that, actually. It might be a little bit aggressive since I don't have... I think I like that. Maybe I'm supposed to wait just because I have this Palace Jailer. Like, I could definitely see it being correct to just attack with Thalia, like, sit on my 4th land here. But, like, if I don't hit my 4th land, I'm going to be really happy that I applied pressure to them. It took us half a game to regret my choices punishing Waterfalls. We'll see. I actually took this deck to the Players' Championship in 2014. Thankfully, I died in Standard, so I never actually got to play matches with it. But I actually owned this deck in paper at one point. I played it at the last Invitational they had in Seattle. No, I haven't owned paper Magic cards in a long time. It's just too expensive to own them when I don't actually play with them. Did you know that in this format, you can register Ponder and Brainstorm and put Gristlebrand into play on turn 1. Did you know? I just want you to be aware. While we're waiting for the next league match in this league to pop with basic Plains Mother of Runes, I'd like to thank everyone for hanging out while we get dumpstered with this underpowered pile of cards. My name's Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer, memer, content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are a big part of why I stream full-time like I do. They keep me employed. You can also support my stuff by checking out some of my wonderful sponsors. Cardsteer.com will love to help you turn some of your cards into other cards or cash direct to their players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you'd save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff. I mixed these up, didn't I? I think I mixed those up. Inked Gaming does custom gaming accessories. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on your stuff there. Cool Stuff Inc. does Magic, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, stuff like that. You can save 5% of your orders there with code Jeff5. And of course, this stream wouldn't be possible without viewers like Anoronic, Justin Nivik, and all y'all out there. Thanks for hanging out. 15 to 20 grand. Yep, ship it. Try and ruin all the fun while not having any for yourself. Yeah, exactly. The fun a deck of Magic generates is usually proportional to the number of cards it gets to draw, and this deck doesn't draw any cards. It's pretty good with Vial on 3, right, Zach? I mean, this hand isn't good, but like, it's definitely in the range of basic Plains keepable hands, right? Right? Are there any basic Plains experts in the chat? I feel like this is in the range of the keepable hands. I mean, sometimes your hands have Mother of Runes or Aether Vial. Mull for the sake of bingo. There's the real response. Have you considered mulliganing for helping my bingo card? One Vial deck versus another Vial deck. That's just funny right there. Land. Yep. Holy crap, chat. Chat, I got to play a tutu. I got to play a tutu. Woo! We did it. We did it. We did it. Hooray! Got there. Put our incredibly powerful tutu into play. Get him. Got him on the ropes now, chat. This Mirran Crusader is a king among goblins on this board. Powerful Magic the Gathering card we've put into play. Are you impressed? Are you impressed with what we have put before you? You should be. You should be scarred. Be very scarred. Basic Plains is great with basic Island Interpreters. Should I play Palace Jailer here? I'm gonna play Palace Jailer here. I feel like playing Palace Jailer here gets us ahead. Maybe Vial Smasher could be okay. I don't know. The card's kind of clunky. Like, Deathrite Shaman didn't make Legacy, like, magically, like, slow down or anything like that. I just played Batterskull here, right? Like, not close. Are these like the games of Magic people are playing when they think this deck is playable? They're just like beating the Goblins player that could never draw another land? Oh no! Oh no, Whirly Boy! Oh no, not Whirly Boy! How do we ever beat Whirly Boy, chat? This is so unfair. This is so incredibly... Oh, I figured it out. I figured out how we beat Whirly Boy, chat. I did it. I wasn't sure how we were gonna beat Whirly Boy, but it's all come together now. It's all come together now. All together now, all together now, all together now, all together now. Do I want to attack with this? I think I want to attack with this. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Smash. Oh! Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. They get to eat my germ now. They get to eat my germ. That's unfortunate. Kill that guy. Right there. Kill him with fire. Kill that one too. Dear opponent, please don't untap and kill me. Because it's a 3/3, and this deals 2 damage. Because I couldn't. Velik with the tier 3 sub for the 5th month in a row. Thank you for the absurd level of support. Be sure to drop me a message in private letting me know what you'd like your deck for the month to be. Also remember, if there's an existing deck in the queue that you'd like to see sooner, you're allowed to bump one of those up as well. Do you have a plan for this Batterskull opponent? Do you have a plan for this Batterskull? My protection from red creature here? My Mirran Crusader is very angry, opponent. He's having no more of your shit. He's had enough of it. Beep beep, hop in my Batterskull Jeep. Run you O-V-E-R. O-V-E-R. Get him, get him. Arr, Alright, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we doing, chat? I don't feel like any of our sideboard cards are good. I feel like none of our sideboard cards are good. Is Gideon good? Maybe Gids is fine. Sanctum Prelate's pretty bad, right? So let's get that out of our deck. Does it actually? I guess this is fine. It cleans up if they go wide. I don't think I want both of them, but the one is probably fine. Liege is probably okay. I think I'd rather have Liege. Bite this. Thanks for checking out, honey. I'm just gonna waste their port here, I think. Just like take them off of it. Just turn off their mana goblin here. I could have played Karakas and like used it to protect Thalia, but I'd like to ambush them here. Maybe I'm supposed to just name Krenko because like the Prospector doesn't really matter, right? We also don't really care about Krenko because we have the Karakas, right? Like Karakas checks Krenko as well. How do we feel about blinking their Aether Vial? I kind of like blinking their Aether Vial, huh? Like, they're pretty far behind on mana. So like if I take their Aether Vial and reset it for the turn, they like are gonna lose a lot of tempo, right? Yeah, but giving Krenko haste takes a lot of setup. Dredge went really poorly. The deck did not seem good. I don't think Deathrite Shaman is why Dredge wasn't playable. I think Dredge probably wasn't playable because it's not very good. Whirly Boy here would be rough. You're not wrong. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Is that a good one, chat? How do we feel about that one? How do you feel about that one? Does that one make you, how does it make you feel? Does that one make you feel things? It makes me feel things on the inside. You feel all squirmy in the inside. Welcome to the itty bitty jitty committee. We aim to please. Alright, if they have basic mountain whirly boy here, they could maybe be in this game. No, I want my blockers so they don't take the Monarch from me. Is that a concession attack? It was not a concession attack. It was a, they have Mountain Whirly Boy. Guess my blocks are a little bit medium there in the face of Whirly Boy. I mean, we're still the Monarch, so I feel like we're going okay. Modern Death and Taxes in the no-fly zone. Legacy Death and Taxes is fine. I think I'm actually just gonna... How do we feel about just trading these here? Is that silly? Am I supposed to Karakas? I think I just want to let these trade. Eldrazian Taxes. So long as it doesn't have Leonin Arbiter in an Anoronyx. I think we're supposed to trade there. I want to always know this at this point. That's a pretty good one. Should have bounced Thalia with first strike damage on the stack. Thanks for checking out Honey, folks. Man, this thing gets anything, right? I just get Flickerwisp and flick their Vial again, right? I feel like I want to just, like, keep them from pressuring me. Pretty sure I just want to do this. I mean, they already played one Whirly Boy. I'd be surprised if they had more than one. And, like, it's possible, but it seems improbable. Like, I feel like I basically just need to ensure that my opponent can't deal damage to me. And then, like, I'm gonna have a good time here. They drew Goblin Lackey and Mogg War Marshal here. I need to make sure that I maintain the Monarch, essentially. If they attack here, we trade with both. Do I trade with both? I probably give them the Monarch, huh? I'm probably just supposed to take this hit, right? I take it and then Jitty them out. Yeah, I think I just take this and Jitty them out. Because they're going to get to draw a card from the Monarch, but, like, I'm going to get the Monarch back next turn. Are drawing really poorly, but again, like, my deck has no card selection in it, so, like, you're gonna draw poorly. That's what the deck does. And, like, we're keeping up this game even though we've drawn twice as many lands as them, but it's definitely been a slog. So I can avoid getting hit by I can avoid giving them the Monarch this turn because I can chump one of their things and then kill the other two. Oh, I should have moved the Jitte. Yeah, I really messed up there. I didn't play out the Vial or move the Jitte because I'm dumb. They drew Ringleader. Yep. Wow, I definitely would have won this game if I would have moved that. That's a pretty absurd mistake. They have a second Goblin Chain Whirler. Auto no, auto yes only applies to the cards that are in play. It's different for each one. So I'm pretty sure we just take 4 here now and let this happen. Let them get the Monarch back again. They don't get to stick the Whirler yet this turn. That is correct. I really need a live draw next turn. Phyrexian Revoker. That doesn't really quantify, right? Because like they're just gonna get to Goblin Chain Boy me. Oh, that's really good for us. Swords to Plowshares, please. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. They might attack here because they want to take the Monarch. They might attack here because they want to take the Monarch. And then we get to block, pump, plow the other one, get 2 Jitte counters. And I should have played out the Aether Vial again. Don't ask me why I haven't. Made a couple of small mistakes this game for sure. Not moving the Jitte 2 turns ago, and then not playing the Vial out were big ones. Here's 10 guilty biddies. Did I miss a cheer? I think we're okay. There's the Mog War Marshal that we know about. Is the opponent Geoff? Good question. I draw a Batterskull. Something good. If I draw Stoneforge, I could... Are they dead? So I can hit them for 8, so they're not quite dead. This is missing a counter. It's only 8. Huh. That's actually kind of interesting. So do I want to... And remember, my Phyrexian Revoker is on Aether Vial right now, so I can't vial in this Liege. Vialing in this Liege is not an option. Do I want to just cast it, though? I kind of want to just cast it, right? Man, are we gonna swing this game? We made a couple. I made a couple of small mistakes, and we've drawn pretty poorly, but I think we're gonna swing through it. Okay. What do you got? You have something that lets you not die? Oh, they have Tuk Scrapper. So this is destroying Sword of Fire and Ice here. Cataclysm would have been pretty bad here. Is this the last League of the day? Depends on how long it takes. Usually I go to at least 3. This is only match 2 though, I think. Whoa, no attacks there is absurd for us. They are definitely not in a position to be grinding us out. We've drawn pretty poorly, to be fair. I guess playing the Vial out is technically correct, right? You think I'm supposed to attack with Wilt-Leaf and Jitte? No, I want the Jitte on defense, I think. I think with these double Swords to Plowshares, I just want to be a little conservative here. They have first strike damage, chat. I guess I could plow the Chain Whirler and do that. Yeah, Crusader is pro green, pro black. Porting them doesn't really accomplish anything, so I'm not going to bother. Whoop. Okay. Do you have another way to kill an artifact? They have a second Tuk Scrapper. Okay. Hey, Kessel Runner, it has been a little while. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That's... Alright, well, we should have killed their other Tuk in response. I forgot about that access here. Ha! The port would have stopped it. Yeah, you're totally right. Play loose, get punished. I can't flicker the Jitte, chat. Flickerwisp does not have flash. Flickerwisp does not have flash, chat. If I would have played this sooner, no, that still wouldn't have worked because I'd have had Aether Vial. I'd have had what's it called out? Yes, yeah, no joke. It comes in off of Vial enough that people think it has flash. All right, they're obligated to block at least one of these. So, that attitude of the person that I just permanently banned from the channel, that's also another part of the reason why I prefer doing modern content to Legacy. And this is not, if you don't do this and you enjoy Legacy, I appreciate you, but in my experience making a lot of content, people who tend to play Legacy tend to be far more rude and egotistical and less forgiving of mistakes when they're completely clueless to the idea that how much goes into streaming and how much distraction there is, especially when you're not familiar with the deck on top of everything else. It's a huge turnoff to the format. Yeah, it definitely happens with Vintage too, in my experience. And again, I feel like a lot of that comes from the people are heavily invested in these things, and people that like all they do is play Death and Taxes, or all they do is play Dredge, or all they do is play X. Is like they come in here and they see, you know, me making some mistakes and losing some small percentage points here and there, and they feel like personally attacked when my assessment at the end is this deck's not very powerful, and they're like, well, you just didn't play it right. It's like, well, even with optimal play, it still doesn't feel powerful. Like, this deck is doing neat synergy things, but like anyone realistic, I feel like, understands that it's not objectively powerful. Why don't bit icons appear on the screen? Bits have to be 50 bits or more to get a full pop-up on my screen. They still appear on the bit tracker in the corner without that, but I had too many people spamming 1 bit at a time to just get mono pop-ups in the middle of my screen, which just gets in the way of the content. So there's a minimum threshold. They could Aether Vial to survive here. I'm just gonna smash. I'm not planning to play more Temur Delver today. I'm just playing things in the queue in the order they're in the queue. Is a 4-mana Pyrokinesis. There was a player in the finals that never activated Mistress Factory because he didn't know he could activate. I mean, the other thing too is that, like, just because you're in the finals of a Vintage tournament doesn't mean you're a professional Magic player. Most of the I could have plowed this to deal lethal. Most of the people that play Magic and do well in tournaments are just normal people that just like are having fun playing their hobby. Like, don't give them shit for making mistakes. Like, they're just like you. They're just hanging out playing Magic. I've been less liberal with the permanent bans recently, but just like stuff like that is just, there's no need for it. Don't be a dick. Be a decent person. If you look at how many cards we drew this game, we really didn't flood that much, right? Because like we saw half our deck, so like seeing about half our mana is reasonable. Yeah, I really did, Pimped Up Monk. This is the bad build of Death and Taxes. Well, you know. We drew a lot of cards by Monarch. I am the god of Legacy. You are not wrong. We're 1-1 with Death and Taxes, which can only mean we're playing it perfect. The synergistic things this deck is doing tend to line up well against a lot of the powerful decks in Legacy. Thalia is very annoying. Sanctum Prelate is very good. Mother of Runes is good at protecting those cards. But individually, the power level of the cards that this deck plays is not particularly high in relation to the power level of the other things that are going on in Legacy. And that's okay. Again, Magic is about more than just doing raw, powerful things. A lot of people really enjoy playing synergistic decks. And they like neat tricks with Aether Vial and their Mother of Runes and stuff like that. Fetch basic planes, then do nothing else. That's weird. This is definitely just Batterskull, right? Like, they're probably a control deck, and I have Mom to protect my Stoneforge Mystic here. I like when they don't plow my Mom. I don't know, Stinger. You're gonna have to get it somewhere else, I guess. It's tough. It's tough. Is this the last League of today? Depends on how long it takes. I think I'm gonna slip one more in. I've been trying to stream extra so we can make. Actually, today's Friday, right? Yeah, we're doing at least one more. Usually we go till 4 on Fridays, so no, this will 100% not be the last league. We'll do one more after this. Mr. Photon with the 2-month free subscription. Thank you very much and welcome back. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we can avoid getting Terminus here for a little bit. Does it ever feel bizarre playing a game and having 1,000 people watch me? It feels more bizarre that I get to call it a job than anything else. It feels strange to show up and do this and consider it work. It feels like that shouldn't be allowed. It's weird. I'm sure I'm gonna slowly get used to it the more that I do it, but like, it's still definitely in the point where just like, well, I'm gonna go fire up the computer, play some Magic, and it's gonna be work. It's just like, it still sounds weird to say. So here's a real question. Do I put this Palace Jailer into play next turn, or do I just start porting them so they can't Terminus us? I feel like I'm supposed to just put the Palace Jailer into play and start drawing cards, right? This card seems like it was kind of an absurd addition to this deck. Do we really think porting is better? Chat seems pretty confident that we're supposed to port. Justin's July deck should be linked in the queue. We're going to play that tomorrow. Let them deal with this board first. Okay, that's fair. So I just want to attack for 5 here. I guess they're dead pretty quickly, huh? And they need a 3rd white source in order to get out of it. Or they need Brainstorm during their upkeep. That's true. Why would chat say anything other than land hate? So if they have a Brainstorm for... So I'm going to stop them during their draw step here as well, because I want to port their island after their mana pool empties from this Plains. Resolves. We actually have them dead in 2, kind of, right? Because we get to crack them down to 6, and then we can attack them for 6 the following turn. Yep. Decided to go to tier 3 sub because you are worth it. And spend $25 a month on worse things anyways. Thank you for the support, Furious Squirrel. Welcome. You can click someone in response to a miracle trigger and take it away. Be sure to drop me a message in private, Furious Squirrel, if you'd like to add a new deck to the queue. You can also let me know if you'd like to bump an existing deck with the tier 3 sub. Thank you very much for that support. Thanks for keeping me here. Oh, actually, if you want to submit a new deck, there's a Google Doc below the stream now. I forget about that. We have a fancy Google form. It's great. All right, and now we're not going to let them get to their draw step because I don't want them to have white mana during their draw step. Okay, so they could predict Indeterminus here. Can you stop trying to plow my mom? She's not into it, okay? No means no. They have, like, White Source second plow here. Nothing. They're dead. Alright. So, Cataclysm. This probably isn't a Wilt-Leaf Liege matchup, right? It's definitely a Council's Judgment matchup. It's definitely an E-Tutor Pithing Needle matchup. I want to cut all these swords to Plowshares. Is Mirran Crusader a trim here? They should have Supreme Verdict in their 75 usually, and sometimes they trade in combat. I feel like I'm supposed to cut Crusader. Someone was asking about Gideon earlier. Cataclysm is basically our Gideon slot. It's a little bit different. How do we like this? Prelate on 6. That's actually pretty good, huh? Worked hard for these bits. Can you push Blue-Red Delverfey up? 10 out of 10 Ember Kool-Aid. Assuming I can get Alpine Moons, we're going to play Delverfey tomorrow. Vial's pretty important with your Stoneforge Mystic nonsense. I think I like this 60. I think I like this 60. Afternoon Night of Saint Draft. Pre-releases start today, though. You would board out Mother of Runes. Why? Protecting against Plow is pretty reasonable. Bring in more must-answer threats. I guess that kind of makes sense. I think I accept that for $1. Sure, let's try it. Is Tutor actually good here? It might not be, actually. I could see Tutor not being good enough. I don't know what you mean, Maze, mate. Yeah, I think maybe the Tutor's bad. Maybe that should be my Sword of Light and Shadow or Jitte. Honestly, I don't mind leaving Jitte just because it helps you kill quickly, and it's a way to kill Monastery Mentor. Because 1 mana is 1/3 as much mana as Blood Moon. And also, it doesn't turn off my creature lands. My creature lands are often how you kill people in that deck. Mutavault's a heck of a card. The deck isn't looking to cheese fair decks out of the game with Blood Moon. It's looking to disrupt fast, big mana decks. I'm gonna get Sword of Fire and Ice with this. Start drawing some cards. Yeah, I think maybe boarding out. I think that this should be a Jitte probably. I should probably just have all my equipments in my deck actually. Just like all 4. Yep. We're just gonna die really fast to that. I don't think that's true, Bob. They can terminus us into the ground as well. Like, they didn't terminus us last game, but they could have hit us. They could have hit us with it. Do I want to just go fetch Batterskull here? Is that absurd? Yeah, the Nahiri Titan Shift deck would be fine. So they have a Disenchant or a Plow here. Oh, geez, versus Predict. Yeah, that's really terrible. Lordy. Gosh, that's bad. Hopefully we draw a land tier so we can go Flickerwisp plus equip Sword and Smash. Let's board a little bit differently. I think I like the idea that Mother of Runes isn't worth having in our deck. Sanctum Revoker 2 will bring in. So we have 2 Plows, a Jitte, and some Council's Judgments to clean up. Clean up, Mentor. No, I don't plan to play Limited. There's plenty of people that all they're going to do is stream Limited. You should check out one of them. Canonist does not stop miracles. So I think we're going to play Sneak and Show after this one. 4-color Loam's actually at the top of the queue, but unfortunately, that also has Liliana the Veil in it. Seems pretty good. I just play the cards I'm sent to play, Russ. Just found it at the Dex's list, loaded it into the editor, and we were good. We were off to the races. This is 10 out of 10. Just start porting them, right? And like next turn I drop this Thalia into play along with Karakas. Liliana the Veil currently has a bug that causes her to lock up the game on occasion. Yeah, port Aether Vial is pretty decent. I know it's a small amount of bits, but it's good to see MTG players with good politics. Thanks, Eric, for the support. I appreciate it. Welcome. Glad to have you here. The queue is partially frozen currently, C-Coop. Read the details here. I should just do this now, actually, right? Because I want their spells to cost more. Should do this proactively. We're currently 1-1. We're in game 3 of this match. So our Vial is going to stay on 2 here. Because Vial on 2 Thalia Karakas is exceedingly annoying. You're not wrong, Pimped Up Monk. You're not wrong. Legacy Goblins. Nope. So basically, what I did now was up the donation limit. So currently, to get a deck in the queue, it's a minimum of a $25 subscription or a $50 donation. So what I'm going to do is every 2 or 3 months when the queue approaches 90 deck lists, I'm going to put it on a high price hold for a month or so while I work it back down. But I don't want the decks to cost more. I want people that can only contribute a little bit to be able to get their ideas onto the stream. I think a lot of people that don't have a ton of money have sweet deck ideas, and I want everybody to get a chance to do that if they want to. I don't want to limit it to people that just have a ton of spending money. It's not even just about caring too, right? It's just like I want to get a lot of variety on stream too. Like there's a lot of good reasons to like have the price low, and just like temporarily making it cost more so I can work it down every few months. That just makes the most sense to me for like what I'm looking to accomplish. I just named Jace the Mind Sculptor here, right? Is there anything else I'm supposed to name in their deck other than Jace the Mind Sculptor? What's the record? We're 1-1, James. 1-1. Is there any reason to name anything other than Jace here? Explosives. I actually really like engineered explosives. I'm gonna name that. You can't name lands with Phyrexian Revoker. They're pretty far off of Teferi and Jace with these Rishadan ports, so I kind of like naming explosives here because it's a card that could mess us up. Gosh. You weren't too attached to that land, were you, opponent? Be a damn shame if something were to happen to it. He's dead, Jim. I didn't push it up for Wisp, Bob, because I like having Karakas, Thalia Vial on too. You should send me a private message, a whisper on Twitch, or a direct message on Twitter. I try to make sure to check those at least every other day. If you just tweet at me in my mentions, things will often get lost. Another Wasteland would be an absurd draw. Any other mana producing land would be good, so that way I can just keep porting. I can start double porting them. Oh my god, I just clicked yes. Oh my god, I just clicked yes. Why did I click yes? Why did I click yes, chat? Oh no! Oh no, chat, I clicked yes! Oh no, it was just, I wasn't thinking, I was moving too quickly. Alright, so I think I'm gonna double port them here, since I can't put this back in anyways. Oh, they didn't float mana. That's good for us. I wanted to port them off of blue mana here so they can't, like, spell pierce me. We're going to say no this time. We're going to say no this time. Yeah, we can flicker Thalia if we need to. That is correct. Oh, baby! Oh, baby! Oh, no! Oh, no! They have their first reveal! Don't force me, opponent! What a tilt! What a tilt! Big Daddy Gideon was supposed to slam the door. He was supposed to come home angry and end everything. Poor Big Daddy Gids. Big Daddy Gideons. Never gave him a chance. Nah, I think tapping out is fine. If they don't have forced blue card there, the game is basically over. They don't have forced blue card, the game basically ends on the spot. So I think making them have it there is pretty good. So I'm going to guaranteed take this Mentor off the table. I'm going to put Flickerwisp in here and take their Tundra away so they can't force me again. And then I'm going to Council's Judgment this thing. Actually, if we hit a land, I'm going to Umezawa's Jitte. Land, please. Land, please. It's unfortunate. Jopinator with that brand new Twitch Prime. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff out there. Thanks for supporting mine this month with your Prime. If we would have hit the land and gotten to connect with the Umezawa's Jitte, I'd say this game would probably be locked, but I definitely have draws here to end the game. Capiladit, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime and welcome. Thanks for the support. Thanks for keeping me employed this month. Hello! Cashing in that Prime. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thalia is very good in this format. Very, very good. That's another flicker, baby. Hey, baby. Hey, baby. All right, we're just going to double port them here. Yeah, they're brainstorm locked too, which means they need to have Terminus here. Oh, Flicker Tundra during my end step. Yeah, that probably would have been good. All right, we're 2-1. Mediocre synergy cards unite. We're doing it, chat. We're going cash a league. We're going cash a league. Basic planes power. You are Tron with the brand new sub. Thank you, and welcome. Twin and Win, I'm so sorry your card was not unbanned in Modern. Welcome, and thank you for the support. Thanks for keeping me employed here, folks. What do you like about the Legacy version that you don't like about the Modern version? Well, this version doesn't play a Grizzly Cat. Tapping 2 lands and putting a 2/2 for 2 into play is not my idea of playing Sweet Magic. I am not a huge fan of this archetype. I think it's generally pretty underpowered for what it's doing. Karakas is also great, that's true. The other thing is that Thalia is a much better card in Legacy than she is in Modern. We're on the play, right? Oh, we're on the draw. I can keep that. We're on the draw. Deal. 2 months and doubled up on the sub. Thank you, Dr. Shaman PhD. Welcome back. Basic Island, eh? My top 5 favorite Legacy decks. That's so many. I don't know. I play a bunch of different things here on stream. I just don't think those cards are particularly powerful, and I enjoy playing with powerful Magic cards by and large. Huh. I'm just gonna port them. We'll use this Aether Vial. Yeah, it could be show and tell. So I probably get Batterskull here. There could also be an argument to be made for getting Sword of Fire and Ice. Karakas is okay here. It doesn't cut them off Sneak Attack or Omniscience, but it cuts them off of exactly show and tell their thing into play. Actually, I'm probably supposed to Prelate on 4, right? I feel like I'm supposed to Prelate on 4. Because I can beat show and tell except for Omniscience or Sneak Attack. So show and tell makes them have to have more cards. But like I don't have a Revoker. Sure, but then they have to have show and tell too. They have to have more pieces. They need more things to go their way. Like, I agree if I had Revoker, it'd be snap, put this on 3, put Revoker into play. But I think with this, we need to, like, it requires them to have more specific things if I put this on 4. So I think we're supposed to put this on 4. Because of the context of the other pieces that we have. Cunning Wish is an interesting angle, that's true. Cutting them off of Cunning Wish could potentially be valuable. I did not think of that one. It's a pretty good draw. I think I want to equip this sword though, right? Oh, this person. This person was playing Stoneblade earlier, right? I think we played against this person earlier. They were on Stoneblade. Yeah, Tundra Plow means not show and tell, which means I should have just put the Prelate on 1. Maybe I overthought things here. I think we played them earlier and they were playing Stoneblade. Well, this is not about to end well for our opponent here. You think this is about to end well for our opponent, chat? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think, chat? Tasty, tasty, just the Mind Sculptor. Tasty, tasty, just the Mind Sculptor. Feel the power of the basic planes, opponent. Let the power of the planes flow through you. Let the power of the planes flow through you. Oh, yeah. Is it lethal? I don't know if it's lethal. This is 12, 13. It's only 15, so I'm gonna kill the Jace. We can only deal 15, so I'm gonna kill the Jace. Just blast you. Blast you again. Play this Rishadan Port. I'm gonna port your Tundra here. Was it good for you, opponent? It was good for me. It's good for me. Yeah, I could have double shocked Jace, but then I get less damage than just attacking them. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. So they're just playing Miracles? Okay, they're playing Miracles with double Volk. What's going on, Nivik? I mean, that's really not that big of a deal, right? Like, I'm gonna Vial in this Recruiter, and then I'm going to go get Palace Jailer, and then I'm gonna push my Vial up to 4, and then put my Palace Jailer into play and start drawing all the cards. Pound him into the ground. Pound him into the ground. Could I play an equip Jitte? No, I had to equip the sword. I equipped the sword that turn. I couldn't equip the sword and play an equip Jitte. Is this a Wilt-Leaf Liege matchup? I feel like it's probably not. Do I want to cut anything else? I kind of like all the cards I have in front of me right now. This Wilt-Leaf Liege and this Sword of Light and Shadow seem kind of weird in the board. I feel like those aren't the grindy cards you want to play in a format where Terminus is the sweeper of choice. We've played like the Steel Stompy list a couple of months ago. You can find videos of it on my YouTube channel, Stompy Robot. Username checks out, by the way, Stompy Robot. I'm gonna keep this. With a Vial or a couple of lands, this hand is very good. Asking for a friend? Sure. I believe you. Gosh, we got Dubs Thalia here, too. Walking Ballista? Like, as removal to go get with Recruiter? That seems okay. It seems pretty good in the mirror, right? Right on time, Aether Vial. I'm just gonna jam my pretty lady in here. They've predicted their deck. I was like, do they have actual factual counterspelling against this post board? What are my thoughts on Brightling? I'm gonna be honest and tell you I couldn't tell you the full text box of Brightling without looking at it. It returns itself to your hand though, right? That's one of the things it does. If it returns itself to your hand for a minimal amount of mana in conjunction with Aether Vial, it's probably okay. Yeah, that's probably a fine card. So I'm gonna attack with her, and then I think I'm gonna put the shields down. I'm gonna put the Karakas down to play this Aether Vial out. I don't know that it's like game changing, but like that's probably a card that could see play in one of our drops. The fact that you can't Recruiter for it because it's a 3/3 seems a little bit medium. I feel like there's probably a cost to like putting cards in your deck that you can't Recruiter for. Man, that was a good Hymn to Torok. We got a Force and we got a Brainstorm. Gosh. I'll cast white Hymn to Torok all day. All day. Get my hymns in here. Land. Ding. Ding. This is interesting. I'm pretty sure I play the Thalia. You could maybe make an argument for just like windmill slamming Sanctum Prelate here, but I think I like playing the Thalia. No, I want to leave Karakas up to protect her. I want to leave Karakas up to protect Thalia. Like, keeping her in play is more important than getting the Vial going, I think. I am going to put Vial out now, however. Because getting this on 2 alongside Thalia is, like, super good. And also getting the Vial into play means we can Wasteland them kind of aggressively. But disenchant, yep. I think this deck's probably... I think if you're going to the Pro Tour and you're looking to metagame, you're going to want to make sure you have a good Death and Taxes matchup. Because this deck doesn't have any reserve list cards, it seems like it'll be a very reasonable, popular choice for the Pro Tour. So I think I just Wasteland them and play Stoneforge Mystic here, right? I just want to keep them off of Jace the Mind Sculptor, basically. I'm pretty confident I want to keep them off Jace the Mind Sculptor. I mean, I'm kind of behind on lands, but, like, I can cast my spells with the lands that I have. And, like, at any point, if they, like, finally deal with the Thalia that's being a thorn in their side, like, I get to, like, slam Gideon, potentially. Like, I'm tight on resources, but I don't really need more resources. And I'm just going to go ahead and go big and get Batterskull with this Stoneforge Mystic, because if they kill Stoneforge Mystic, I'm not casting whatever she got anyways, so I might as well just, like, go big. Now do I want to Wasteland them? That's how you can tell they don't want people to play Legacy. The deck with no reserve list cards is $1,400. They can over $1,000. Like, they could reprint all these cards and it's $1,000. Do I waste them? I think I want to waste them here. Because I need to draw another white source to play Prelate anyways, so I might as well just, like, keeping them off of their Jace the Mind Sculptor, ideally. Make it harder for them to double spell in a turn. Just again, like, patience, keeping the Karakas up. I agree that KCI is very good. I think that deck is great. I got you, Barb. Correct. They need to tap out at some point. And if we, like, draw a 4th land and they tap out, we could, like, bounce Thalia and, like, play Gideon. They chose not to shuffle there. The no-fly list is listed on a tab in the spreadsheet. Because I drew another Thalia, I'm going to slam the Sanctum Prelate here. I'm going to name 6. Okay, so Thalia's gone. Interesting. Okay. Huh. For the banner re-up, you got it, Nivik. You got it. Thanks for the absurd support as always, bud. I appreciate it. Making the bits rain. Make it rain! Okay, they're down to 4 here. You have a Jace. This is going to be Bounce Thalia. Nope. Land. 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 Oh, well, now I just attack them, and then I Flickerwisp their planes here, right? Oh. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. That's just gonna come back. Shh. It's fine. We'll just do this. Oh, and they have the Terminus, of course. Whoopsie. That was loose. Flickerwisp doesn't have flash, chat. Things we now know. Things we learned together. Good news. This Aether Vial is going to 2 here shortly. It's a miracle! Woof! Please give a shout out to my friend Clint Torres. Well. Right, need a plow or a snapcaster here or a click or something. What's the record? We are 2-1 and we're up a game in this 4th match. Maybe I was supposed to cast a Thalia here. Yeah, maybe I was supposed to cast Thalia. I guess they're like really not taxing their mana there. I was definitely supposed to cast a Thalia. Probably gonna get buried by this Jace now. These 3 together. Like, I think we could have beaten 2 of these 3, but like all 3 of them is gonna be a little bit much here. They've stabilized a little bit too much. It's possible I was too aggressive with my Wastelands early. You could still have wished the back to basics. Take a 10-minute timeout for not knowing how magic cards work. Take a 10-minute timeout for not knowing how magic cards work. Don't spam my chat on 12 different lines. If you're gonna tell me I made a bad play, at least know what the magic cards do, please and thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate useful, specific feedback. I don't appreciate people not knowing how magic cards work. But towards the survival vintage deck, will do. Should play Pot of Greed. It didn't matter what the vial was on, chat. That's not how Containment Priest works. Containment Priest is a replacement effect. The card never gets into play. So Flickerwisp never enters the battlefield. So I never had a chance to cast Gideon. I never had 4 mana, Gideon, and no Thalia in play. I didn't have 3 mana. You don't get Flickerwisp off of Vial. Nothing comes into play off of Vial while Containment Priest is in play, chat. That's not how Magic the Gathering works. Replacement effects mean you don't get your Enter the Battlefield triggers. That wasn't a close 7, though. The bingo square is explicitly close 7 into unkeepable 6. If the 7's not close, it doesn't count. It doesn't count if the 7's not close. Come on now. Maybe I should have kept the Karakas since I have Stoneforge Mystic. Very possible. You've been sent here to destroy you with my annoying cards. Annoying cards. I mean, we're not really live while the opponent's activating Jace the Mind Sculptor every turn. Like, people, that's a good example of, like, the games people were afraid Jace the Mind Sculptor was going to create in Modern. Like, you're not winning the game on minimal resources while your opponent has 4 cards in their hand and has activated Jace the Mind Sculptor close to double digits amount of times. You're not. That's just not, that's not how it works. The chances of them having nothing in hand are minuscule if they have Jace the Mind Sculptor and have activated it a dozen times. I forgot to put Stoneforge into play because I was yelling at idiots in chat. Wastelanding the island would be a clutch play. I agree with that. Correct. That's the point. Is that even if we ran exactly what we needed, the Stone Perfects, we had to draw the Stone Perfects and they had to have nothing. And for both of those things to happen, doesn't involve my opponent seeing 4 cards a turn or 3 cards a turn or however many cards Jace the Mind Sculptor is letting them see every turn. In fact, I'm going to concede this game where we are single-digit percentages or less to win. I would like the record to reflect, I know we're not 0% to win this game, but I'm going to sit here and be miserable while we're infinitely behind for, like, a very small chance to win. And I don't find that fun, so I'm not going to do it. I play Magic to have fun. Which is another reason why the high-dollar leagues are annoying. They don't let you play Magic to have fun without being punished. I'm going to play the last one. We're 4 matches in. Might as well play the 5th one. Might as well see if I can try and get my $12 back. But I agree. I don't think we'll accept this as a deck again. Just like the power level's not that high. Liliana, when used in certain ways, locks the game up currently. Because Magic Online. I mean, yep. The Lightest Shadow and the Wilt-Leaf Liege in the sideboard don't really make sense to me. I feel like those cards feel like grindy card advantage style cards, but neither of them are good against Miracles, which is like the primary grindy deck in the format. Yeah, I didn't think Death and Taxes was a particularly good deck before the bans. I don't think it's a particularly good deck now. Is this the 3rd time we've played Miracles this league? Or was that last match just so long it felt like 2 times? Does anybody remember? I genuinely don't remember if this is the first or second time. The second or third time that we've played it. Is it the third? Yeah, I think Chet's right. I should just move on before this deck gets to me. Yeah. The no-fly list says Death and Taxes on it. We're just going to let that be all-encompassing. If you're really married to Mother of Runes and Thalia, this deck's fine. You're going to win some games of Magic with it. If you play well and play tight, the important thing to know about a deck for this style is that you have to play basically perfectly because none of the power level of your cards is going to carry you to victory. So I think it's fine. I think if you're in love with it, it's great, but it's not something that if you ask me what's a good deck that I should play in Legacy, I only want to play a deck because it's good. This is not one that I would recommend. I mean, I wouldn't say that tight play isn't rewarded, but basically it's like, if you're not playing perfectly, you're going to get punished. All right. Let's get some people. Let's do some powerful things. Let's play some Sneak and Show. I wonder if they'll ever ban Ponder or Brainstorm in Legacy.